What's up you guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to cover a few sketchbook ideas. As you can see, well, these are books, but over there I have filled up many a sketchbook. I think almost 30 by now, probably over 30. So over the years I have gathered a few ideas of what to draw. So idea number one is to do an artist study. I think this is very helpful and it's something that you have to do in art class and art school, but in your personal work, people tend to just like either copy images from Pinterest or study in some other way. But I think dedicating like a page spread or like a few pages to studying the techniques and copying different drawings of the same artist can really help you advance your work. I think this is a great thing to do if you're struggling with art block, if you want to improve your drawings really, and yeah, I really enjoy studying artists I like. I know this is something you can forget to do in your personal work, but it's equally as important because you learn from copying the people you like. Right, idea number two is to draw what is in your bag. This can either be quite literally what is in your bag, or you can do more aesthetic, creative version of like what's in your like personas bag. This specific sketchbook spread that I saw had I believe she had like an axe in her bag or something like that, which obviously she doesn't carry around with her, but it was like part of her aesthetic. It was kind of like edgy. Idea number three is to draw what you ate that day. I've seen a lot of really cool drawings of food on Pinterest, and this is where this idea mainly came from. I used to do little doodles of what I ate in a day, just kind of journaling, and I think this could be a really fun, it's a cool thing to look back on as well, because if you're someone like me who kind of eats the same thing every day, but then gets bored of it and starts eating something completely different, this could be a really cool throwback in a couple of years. Idea number four is to draw yourself through the ages, or like you can even do just like two of like what you looked like a year ago and what you look like now, or like what you dress like, what you wear, what you enjoy. I've thought of doing like a piece where I record the things that are really important to me currently, because I find myself using the same few items every single day, but they've changed so much over the years, and I think that really like impacts my environment and the way I see myself as well. So I think doing like a self-portrait, maybe like what your favorite things are at the moment, kind of drawing, and then what you looked like and what your favorite things were maybe a year ago, or like over the past 5 years, maybe do like 3 or 4. I think that's a really fun like kind of self-reflecting exercise to do. Again, sort of similar to journaling, but sketchbook. Idea number 5, to draw the last animal you saw. I really like those pigeon drawings on Pinterest. I think they look sick, so I thought it could be fun to do something similar, but with like any animal that you last saw. So it might be a squirrel, it might be your pet, it might be literally like a fly or like a moth or something. Yeah, fill up a few drawings. I remember recently, like a year ago, I drew a bunch of animals I saw at the zoo, and that was really fun. I think this is really helpful as well because a lot of people tend to draw humans only. So coming out of your comfort zone and drawing some animals for once can be really helpful, and you might discover something that you really love doing. Idea number 6 is to draw a scene and then write down what kind of smells and tastes you would see there. So for example, I'm immediately thinking of like a seaside scene of like an English town, and you can like smell and taste some fish and chips maybe, like hear some seagulls, and it's kind of creating like an immersive scene about the other senses that your picture can trigger, maybe? Is trigger the right word? You get what I'm saying. I think that can really advance your art, and maybe next time that you're drawing a similar scene, you will include something that kind of conveys to the viewer those other emotions as well. But yeah, I think that's a really fun exercise. So I'm imagining like you have the landscape in the middle, or like the room or whatever, and then you have all of these like other senses around it, and you can do like little pictures for each of them, or just do little notes. You can also like maybe rub perfume on it or something so that it actually smells. Idea number 7 is to draw something from a book. It could be either like a book you're reading, so you could draw a character based on their description. When I first started drawing, I used to do a lot of drawings from this animal book I had, so I would literally just sit there and draw from it. I think it's because my mom didn't let me on the computer quite often, but my mom used to limit my screen time, and see how that worked out. I'm a YouTuber now. You might find pictures that you wouldn't normally find on Pinterest, and that can really develop your art as well, because it's making your inspiration more original, which in turn makes your art more original. Idea number 8 is to draw a concept or a joke that you've heard recently. I remember this was quite early on as well, so this drawing's pretty bad, but I think I was like 11. But my uncle was complaining about the people he'd meet on the London Underground, and he'd be like, oh, there's like these people reading newspapers and they always open their arms really wide, and then there's people chewing gum. And I imagined it as like a survival video game, but then I drew like a cover for it. So I think that can be a really fun way of kind of journaling your life as well. So if you have a friend who's been saying like a certain phrase recently, you can create a little scene out of that, or like maybe a funny joke you heard about some characters. I think that could be a really fun thing to draw. And again, it kind of has that journaling aspect of, in a few years you might look back at that and be like, oh my god, I wouldn't have remembered that otherwise, because I definitely wouldn't have that memory of my uncle if I didn't draw that, because why the hell would I remember that? Idea number 9 is to draw something in your friend's style. I used to do this a lot. There was this girl in my school who was a lot better at drawing than me, and I would always try to copy her style because I never really had one. I wouldn't copy it in all of my drawings, it was just like little secret drawings I would do to learn from her. This is more of like a art swap kind of exercise. I'd imagine you'd ask your friend for permission and then show them the drawing afterwards. Don't be a weird little creep like 11-year-old me. It's also another way of finding inspiration that other people might not have access to, so you're making your art more personal to you. And finally, number 10 is assuming that you're watching YouTube right now and it's something you do while drawing. I used to do this exercise where instead of going on Pinterest and finding lots of references, I would just draw the faces that I would see in the like suggested column on YouTube. So I would just quickly sketch people's YouTube thumbnails. I think that's a fun way of stopping yourself from scrolling on Pinterest for hours, because YouTube thumbnails always have faces in them. So thank you so much for watching. That's all of the ideas I had for today. Please subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers and I'm so excited. And thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.